What up, YouTube? It's Aaron, your personal driver. Let's try it this way. That's better. That sucks, the steering wheel's in the way. So, never had White Castle before. I see them all over the place. I don't like this here either. Where can I put this where I like it? Let's try putting it here. Much better, I guess. So we're gonna try it. I got almost one of everything. So fries don't look that interesting. They just look like regular waffle fries. I don't like waffle fries. I mean, they don't have salt on them. RIDESHARE Evolution's in the house. Fred Walker in the house. What's this? So this is an interesting one. Moises Corona in the house. What's up? This is a waffle bacon chicken sandwich. Be vlogging for life in the house. Now you gotta do double push-ups. Yep. Casey in the house. So here we go. I'm trying the waffle chicken sandwich. Jacob Kelly in the house. Yeah, Jacob Kelly kicking ass, man. He made 300 bucks yesterday. This is awesome. It's like they got some syrup on there. Whoa. Excuse me. Jacob Kelly made $3.50. Excuse me. Got ping. See you later, man. White Duck in the house. Please do yourself a favor and give White Castle a second try and try their breakfast toast sandwiches or grilled chicken sliders. I will try that. Wisdom in the house. Geo RIDESHARE Evolution in the house too. Yep. Nice Chicago, Indian, Ohio. Yeah. Oh, there's bacon in here too. Yep, look, there's bacon. I just didn't get any bacon until now. I think I like it better without the bacon. When it's just the waffle, the chicken, and the syrup. From a porta john. When I'm throwing this up later or shitting it out. I'm on break. I'm six rides away from my power driver bonus. Cop Carganium. I fucked it up. In the house. Unlike McNasty's, aka McDonald's, White Castle uses real eggs. Oh. I don't really like it that much. It's not much. It's $51 for 51 rides, $1 a ride. But I can do that easy. Nice. A double on DoorDash, huh? I'm into this waffle, man. I'm pissed off at DoorDash for stealing tips, though. Fuck those guys. All right, let's see what's next. The cool thing about White Castle is they're so small, you can get a variety of stuff to try. I don't know what this is. I think this is just a regular slider. Yeah, this is just the regular one. They did get sued. Hopefully they win. Put some ketchup on that. Because burgers without ketchup are communist. Alan Pickett in the house. Oh, cool. Youngstown. I've actually been there before. For as amazing as the chicken waffle was, this is pretty mediocre. Jay Shook in the house. Oh, Moneyball in the house. Richard R in the house. Is a dictatorship? Yeah, it is. We're about... just remember, guys, today is the day democracy died in the United States. We no longer have a democracy. We have a dictator now. Uber burned me with all my pro... Ah, it sucks, those bastards. Not yet. Still waiting. Still waiting. Okay, what's this? You voted for Trump twice? Yeah, so did a lot of people. People went to jail for voting for him twice. AZ driver in the hose! I did go to Indianapolis. No, that's not right. No, I haven't yet. You can't vote. Oh, sorry. This is the jalapeno one, which is slightly better than the other one, but not much better. Although, no, I think I like the other one better than the jalapeno. I think I would put jalapenos on the other one, maybe. Jay Shook, I'm glad you like the new vlog style. I don't have a choice because I can't do live streams anymore. Yeah, they do let you pick up in Kentucky. It's pretty cool. The secret is Elax. I signed up for Amazon Flex, but they haven't onboarded me yet. I'm in a waiting list. What's this one? I don't know, man. What happens to dinner with the pals? We just haven't had dinner yet together. Nate's been sick, man. So and now Nate's sick. Yeah, Nate had a fever of like 104 for like 2 days. So we didn't have dinner. Yeah. Where's your hometown? Youngstown? They don't have Uber drivers? My favorite one was the original. Oh, Salem? This one's okay. I got one cheddar bacon, which I think is this one, and one jalapeno just to try them all. My Instagram is your personal driver, one word. Oh yeah, you know me. I really like it when the president circumvents Congress and decides to spend money the way he wants to, even though Article 1 of the Constitution says the House of Representatives can decide how to spend money. I sure do love it when presidents declare emergencies from something that isn't an emergency to take money from where isn't allocated. Almost as much as I like putting 2-year-olds in jail to die. So, you know me. If a kid's going to die in prison, I'm on board. Vote Trump. How do I get on your live stream? I'm not live streaming. I mean, how do you talk? I have no idea. I don't know, man. I'm pretty fucking excited about the Democrats. I'm pretty into universal health care for everybody and taxing billionaires. So, I'm on board. I think black people are people. I think Mexicans are people. I think gay and lesbians are people. And I think transgender people are people. So I'm pretty on board with Democrats. Ryan Lang, MVP in the house. I hate Nancy Pelosi. Because Nancy Pelosi is the same reason I don't like Hillary Clinton. Nancy Pelosi has no views on anything. You want to know what Nancy Pelosi's opinion on something is? Nancy Pelosi's opinion is whoever pays her the most money. That's her opinion. And that was a problem with Hillary Clinton. That's why I didn't support her either. She still would have been better than Trump. So, Oh no! They messed up. It was supposed to be the waffle egg. They gave me 2 waffle chickens. That's okay. If we ever have another vote, legitimately, we might never ever vote for a president ever again. This might be the best mistake ever. This was supposed to be a waffle, egg, and bacon sandwich, and they gave me another waffle chicken. No. There's no way Trump will win. Remember, Need for Speed in the house. Make White Castle great again. Trump gonna win due to clowns waving Mexican flags around. Get Optima. I don't think he's going to win Wisconsin again. Right now, Trump is down almost 30 points in Wisconsin. So, without Wisconsin, he can't win the presidency. And he has to keep Pennsylvania. He'll probably keep Ohio because Ohio's a pretty conservative state now. And I don't know about Michigan. He's down about 10 points in Michigan, so that's still pretty far away. But I don't see how he does it. The only way Trump will be a president again is if they just don't vote. Yeah. Ordered a waffle egg and I got a waffle chicken. And this is my favorite thing ever. I don't agree with that at all. There are legit 3 candidates that I love. Bernie Sanders. I love Bernie Sanders. He would have easily beat Trump because Bernie Sanders would have carried Michigan and Wisconsin, and it wouldn't have been close. He probably would have carried Pennsylvania too, although it would have been closer. And right there, that means he would have won the presidency. But I love Bernie Sanders. He's the man. Well, he doesn't have to run against Hillary. He has to run against Trump. I love Kamala Harris. She's a little bit too conservative for me. People think because she's a black woman that she's super liberal, but she's not. She's from Oakland, which is a pretty liberal place. But she's a prosecutor, so she's like a lifelong cop, basically. So even though she's pretty liberal on social issues like, like gay and lesbian marriage and stuff like that, she's really conservative when it comes to most issues. I mean, I don't know. He almost beat Hillary Clinton. Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Hell yeah. I hella want to do Amazon Flex. I don't know, man. If you guys understand that the DNC rigged the elections for Hillary Clinton. And that's on record now. That's not just like a conspiracy theory. Wasserman Schultz admitted it, and that's why she got kicked out. But Kamala Harris would just wipe her ass with Trump. It wouldn't even be close. The other candidate I really like is Warren. There might be. We'll see. We also self-driving cars are going to take over here in Arizona. Hasn't happened. It won't happen for many years. I don't know, man. Waymo's already operating there. I predicted Trump was going to win once Hillary won the nomination. Bernie Sanders would have easily beat Clinton. I don't know, man. All I can do is read articles online. I think it's pretty safe to say that White Castle has the most disgusting fries I've ever eaten. I don't know. Five Guys fries are pretty gross. These are almost as bad as that. Yeah, I can't do this shit. I gotta throw it away. Hold on, guys. I gotta throw these fries away. Well, I'm gonna throw all this trash away. I'll be right back. So overall, I like White Castle. I'd come here again. I don't like any of the sliders though, really that much. I did like the chicken waffle. I love the roadie hat. It keeps you out of the airport queue. When you're in the airport queue, you just turn on the roadie app, and then almost every single time that there's someone who forgot their luggage, you just take their luggage to them. So you skip the queue line, and you don't have any dead miles. Anyway. Oh, really? Yeah. Honestly, Arizona, especially Scottsdale, has all kinds of great burger places. So I don't know if it'll do any good. It's definitely not better than In-N-Out. I mean, White Castle is better than McDonald's. Almost everything's better than McDonald's. It's not better than Wendy's. It's not better than Jack in the Box. What am I missing? It's better than Carl's Jr. I'm not a big Carl's Jr. fan at all. But yeah, that's where I put it. B-mode in the house! Hey, AZ Driver, you want to make a bet? I'll make a bet with you. If Trump wins in 2020, I'll wear a Make America Great hat for one entire video. But if whoever the Democratic nominee beats Trump, you have to wear that and somehow put that out like on social media or something like that so I can make fun of you. And I'll drive around all day with the Make America Great hat if he wins again. What do you say to that? Jack in the Box is good. There's the thing about Jack in the Box is you got to be specific. Like there's a lot of crappy things. Uh-oh, it messes my stomach up. I'm in for some trouble, huh? I found them to be perfectly fine. So you'll do it? So like whoever gets it, Cory Booker or Joe Biden or whoever, you'll wear a Joe Biden hat for a whole day. M. Silverhammer in the house. Yeah, well, I've never been to White Castle before, so I wanted to try once. I've been to the gym a lot, though. I guess I should start weighing and taping myself to see where I'm at and see if I can get any gains or not. Gains! Get them gains. I'm up to 22 push-ups, though. I hate Cory Booker. Cory Booker's the kind of guy that when he talks, you feel like you're at a used car salesman like vibe from him, you know, like it doesn't matter what Cory Booker says. You just assume that he's lying. Like, hi, I'm Cory Booker. And you're like, oh shit, this guy must not be Cory Booker. He has 0% chance of winning. There's only a few people who have any chance at all at winning. And that's Bernie Sanders, because he's going to win all of the white collar states, right? Like he's going to crush it in Michigan. He's going to crush it in Pennsylvania, Ohio, like everything basically from New Hampshire to Washington, like the whole northern part of the country. He will be. I'm not a big fan of Gabbard. Kamala Harris is going to win California. And Beto O'Rourke, if he joins, we don't know if he's joining or not, he'll win Texas. And then Warren will win Massachusetts. So that's not exciting news. Oh, and Gabbard will win New York, right? So that's 5 people who are going to like basically have 25% of all of the electoral votes. But after that, Klobuchar has no chance. The fucking Starbucks guy, like, don't raise taxes on billionaires. That guy has no chance. Bloomberg, no chance. Cory Booker, no chance. Look, man, right now Bernie Sanders is polling second to Joe Biden. Okay, he's running. He is the most popular politician in the country by like 30%. So he hovers between like 69 and like 72% approval rating. The next closest person is Joe Biden. He's down around like 50%. So he's running. Democrats are all deuces. They're also all nuts. They're totally unrealistic about everything. Bloomberg, the big glip bandit from New York, is the only one with any sense. He has 0% chance to win. Cave to Clinton. I mean, he lost. So, I mean, what do you want him to do? Here's the thing, is he went from an approval rating of 1% to, this monster out of nowhere. And it was an amazing campaign. Think about it. Before Sanders, no one's talking about Medicare for all. No one was talking about $15 minimum wage. No one was talking about raising taxes on billionaires. No one was talking about paid family leave. Okay? Him running in 2016 changed everything. Every single candidate now running for president is for Medicare for all, for raising $15 an hour, for raising taxes on billionaires, and another one, and not taking corporate money. That's all Sanders talked about in 2016. So literally, even though he lost the national campaign, he won the Democratic campaign. Yeah, they conspired because Deborah Wasserman-Schultz sucks. Here's the thing. Bernie Sanders is popular among Republicans. Because if you're a Republican and you're poor, you still need Medicare. You don't have medical insurance. You still have a grandma who has cancer who can't pay for it. All the workers at White Castle who are Republican all want minimum wage to $15 an hour. Yeah, he should have. Well, he is an independent from Vermont. I don't think Bernie realized how popular he was. That's why he ran as a Democrat. He wanted to just present his ideas. He's been a senator for a gazillion years, and he's had the same platform the whole time. He's always wanted universal health care. He's always wanted, a livable wage. He's just been like this quirky guy from Vermont. And we just gotten to a point where billionaires have so much more money than they had ever had before. Yeah. Here's the thing. If you want to fail as a presidential candidate, tell all those senior citizens that you're taking away Medicare and that they only have private insurance to take care of them. And watch how fast you tank. Look, man, I think Kamala Harris goes too far when she says eliminate private insurance. Personally, I think there should always be private insurance for those who want it. Tell me what country is trying other socialists that, well, let's see now. There's Norway. There's Denmark. There's Switzerland. There's Sweden. And that's just in Europe. So I'm not an expert on socialism. Also, I don't think Medicare for all is socialism. Let's not forget the most socialist president we've ever had in U.S. history was Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan gave 100% medical coverage guaranteed to everyone who needs dialysis. So yeah, I don't know. Do you drive on roads? Those are socialist roads. Do you have a police force? That's a socialized police force. Do you have a fire department? That's a socialized fire department. Did you ever go to public school or public university? Publicly funded, socialist, available to everybody. Some things should be publicly funded and some things should be privately funded, right? Like, I don't want the government to make my shoes because they would be crappy shoes. They wouldn't feel good. They'd be ugly. They wouldn't fit me, right? You want Nike and Adidas to compete to make the best shoe. Waymo is taking riders now. But some things should have a government-funded bottom. I call it bottom, right? Like, if you call 911, you shouldn't have to pay for a private police force to come stop you from getting murdered. We should all pay into a pot, and from that pot, we should pay police officers to come take us. Healthcare is one of those things that should be publicly funded. If you break your arm anywhere in the United States, I don't care if you're rich or poor, you should get a cast put on your arm. If you have cancer, I don't care if you're rich or poor, you should get your cancer taken care of. Any other health condition, you get one of those weird lung diseases, they shouldn't turn you away. So if you want to have better insurance than that, okay, we can still have private insurance if you want to pay extra money. So, and here's the thing, Switzerland worldwide is considered to have the best health insurance by far. How do I not make an ounce of sense? So you, AZ driver, you're pretending that we live in a world of black and white, and that's not how it works. We don't even live in a capitalist country. We live in a mixed country. It's a mixed economy. Some things are socialized and some things are privatized. And medical insurance should be socialized. If you want to have private insurance on top of that, you can. That's the Switzerland model. In Switzerland, talk politics, you will get more views. I don't think so. Maybe, who knows? In Switzerland, everyone is covered. Everybody in Switzerland is covered 100%. They also have private insurance on top of that. So you want to get specialized care, you want to go to the front of the line, you want to get the best doctors, you can pay private insurance and still get access to that. But no one in Switzerland is ever kicked out of a hospital. No one in Switzerland ever has to file for bankruptcy for medical reasons. Even in Canada, everyone makes fun of Canada. Oh, Canada has such bad healthcare, blah, blah, blah. They come to the United States, blah, blah, blah. Do you know how many people in Canada file for bankruptcy due to medical costs? 0. No one has ever filed for bankruptcy in Canada. So, how many people file for bankruptcy in the United States? Almost 1 million people a year file for medical bankruptcy in the United States because their medical bills bankrupt them. One of the best healthcare systems in the United States is TRICARE. You know what TRICARE is? Fully funded, 100% guaranteed insurance from the government to the Army and their family. When I got my car accident, I had TRICARE insurance, so my 7 surgeries didn't cost me $798,000. I did not pay $798,000. I don't have that kind of cash. If I didn't have TRICARE, like I don't right now, and I get in that same accident, I have to file for bankruptcy because I don't have $798,000 to pay for all my surgeries. But with TRICARE, I paid $0. $0 for medication, $0 for a copay, $0 for any of my surgeries because it was 100% covered under TRICARE. There is no reason why anybody should ever have to pay 1 cent out of pocket for medical insurance. You can pay through it through taxes. You just simply, we already have it in place. It's called Medicare. It's what all senior citizens have. Just drop the age requirement to 0. Have no age requirement, and you don't even have to change anything else. If you want to have private health insurance alongside Medicare, you can. That's what's called known as a public option. And M. Silverhammer, the size of the country doesn't matter. In fact, that's not the way insurance works. That's why I love Sanders. He's a smart guy. The larger your insurance pool is, the cheaper it is. Okay? So if Switzerland has 1 million people in it and they can afford to cover 1 million people, it's cheaper if you have 2 million people paying it in. The more people pay into a pot, the cheaper it is to pay to outsource that payment. So the size of the country, the larger the country, the easier it is to pay for and implement insurance. So I don't want to hear this conversation, well, Switzerland is smaller than the United States. That means per person, it's more expensive to cover people in Switzerland than it is here. That's the dirty secret about insurance. When you pay car insurance as a safe driver, you're paying for a bad driver's accident. That's just how it works. When you're paying into medical insurance, you're paying for sick people's insurance. So you may never have to ever file for car insurance accident. You may never have to file for medical anything. You just go to the doctor once a year. But you still pay into it because somebody out there is going to have cancer. Everybody here knows a brother, a mom, a sister, a daughter, whatever, that had cancer. And we're subsidizing that. Obamacare failed because Obamacare is privatized insurance. So, and there's no public option. In fact, Joe Lieberman was the one who killed the public option. The reason Obamacare is a failure is because it doesn't really change the insurance we had. It forces private citizens to buy private insurance. And if they don't, they get hurt. Yeah, well, that's not true. If you're poor, then they subsidize your Obamacare. So, for example, in California, if you make less than $40,000, your Obamacare is free because the state pays for it. So guess what happened? California went from 45 million insured to 55 million insured overnight because of Obamacare. But not every state pays for Obamacare. They still make you pay out of pocket. The failure of Obamacare is the failure of private insurance. If you can't afford to pay out of pocket for insurance, it doesn't matter if you call it Obamacare or you call it Aetna or you call it Bill's most fantastic insurance plan ever. If you don't have $1,400 a month to pay for insurance, you just aren't going to have insurance. That's why Obamacare failed. The reason Medicare for All won't fail is because you pay into Medicare through your taxes and you don't have any out-of-pocket costs. So when you go to a doctor, you don't pay a copay. When you need medicine, you don't pay for medicine. When you go to work, a little bit is taken out of your check. Just like now, there's payroll taxes now. Like everybody who works, not in Uber, but like in a 9-to-5, you pay payroll taxes. So if you're hurt at work, you have workers' compensation. If you get fired, you get unemployment. If you pay into Social Security and you pay into Medicare, that's all that would happen. So your payroll taxes would go up. 25 cents do not accept the burden of Medicaid. So if you made less than around $12K, you cannot hit Obamacare or Medicaid. You get nothing. Exactly. That's the problem. You need to when a passenger asks to make a stop like a convenience store, do you do it or you make them order another ride? I'm a driver too, and I freaking hate when they ask. Jay Shook wants us to change the subject. That's a personal decision. A lot of people won't. I ask the passenger if they'll buy me something. So if they want to go to McDonald's, the first thing I say is, yeah, let's go to McDonald's. I want a number 2, no pickles. And if they say no, well, then I tell them no. And if they say yes, then I get a free number 2 with no pickles. Same if we go to a gas station. Hey, can I go get some cigarettes? Yeah, man. I'll take an orange Gatorade or whatever. That's what I do. So if they're not going to buy me something, I won't stop for them. And if they're like, no, I don't want to buy you anything, I'll pull over and let them get out, and then I'll just drive off. That's my personal thing. So here's another fact you guys don't know. Do you know that we pay twice as much for healthcare for worse outcomes? Yeah, they do. That's why I never have a 5.0. I always have like a 4.93 or like a 4.94, right around there. Because if you have a high rating, you can afford to take a couple ones. Are we still there? How is this all going to get paid for? That's what I was getting to. Okay. The estimates are it will cost $34 billion to pay for Medicare for all over 10 years. Do you know how much we are going to pay without Medicare for all? $36.4 billion over the same time period. Because when you collectively pool your money for medical insurance, you pay less. You pay less for drugs and you pay less for dental. Now, let's not forget, with your current plan, not everyone has dental insurance. But with Medicare for all, everybody gets dental insurance and eyeglasses, eye insurance. The reason for that is when you pay private insurance, for every dollar you pay to your private insurance, 25 cents on average goes to administrative costs. In other words, profit for the company. Under a Medicare for all insurance, if every dollar you pay for insurance, 98 to 96 cents of that goes to the medical insurance, and there's only a 4% overhead. That's what Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare pay on average. Obviously, that fluctuates. Some year it's 1%, some year it's 7%. But on average, it's 2 to 4% overhead. So by definition, when you pay into private insurance, you are paying 10% on average more than if you had Medicare for all. That 25% is going into the, like, whatever, Aetna's annual profits. They put that in there. That's the cost of putting the lights on, to file the paperwork, to pay the executives, etc., etc. So the reason you think it's going to cost more money is because you're not taking into account how much you're paying right now for private insurance. Because when you pay for private insurance, it's not just a monthly cost. Medi-Cal is fucking awesome. Yeah, we had Medi-Cal in California too. It was awesome. Vets rule. Ohio has one of those there. You know, people who have worked longer than you have been alive and taxed to death and will never buy into your ideas. Oh, okay. Well, Medicare for all polls at 65%. It's one of the most popular ideas in the whole country. So those other 35% must have enough money. So I don't know. If you're a gig worker, you want Medicare for all, you think Uber or Lyft or Grubhub is going to pay for your medical insurance? No. So think about your total insurance costs if you're not sick. If you're not sick, you're just paying a monthly fee to a company, right? But if you are sick, every doctor visit, there's a copay. Every specialist referral is an extra amount of money. Every time you get drugs, it's an extra amount of money. So out of pocket, it's way more expensive to have private insurance than it is to have Medicare for all. It's just like one of the things that Trump talks a lot about is drug prices. He's like, I got to get prescription drug prices down. Well, the reason drug prices are so expensive is the government doesn't negotiate with drug companies. So they can charge anything they want to, a million gazillion dollars for HIV treatment or whatever. And you have to pay it. Because as an individual, you can't go to the insurance company and be like, I will only pay $1 for this. They won't do it. But with Medicare for all, the government is saying, we are going to buy this drug at this price, period. Dems can never... That's not true. Go to Bernie Sanders' website. He's had the same document for 25 years. Bernie Sanders is honest. He says your taxes are going to go up. So, like, he's not sugarcoating it. You'll pay more in taxes for Medicare and all than you pay right now. However, you're going to save money, period. Because you get dental, vision, and medical insurance, and you never pay a single dollar out of pocket for drugs or for copays. So yeah, when you're young, you'll definitely pay more money. Like if you're 18, Medicare for all is going to cost you more money. But as you get older, it's cheaper. They're talking about taxing guys like Bill Gates at a 9% rate, scare everyone away. Well, it's 70%. You don't think that they have lung transplants in Canada? I mean, that's just not true. They have lung transplants in Canada. So the way it works, M. Silverhand, is you have different, I don't know, maybe. I bet you right now, if you Googled it, you could probably find someone who had 2 lung transplants in Canada. Also, remember the population in Canada is less than California. It's a small country. So Canada's problem isn't their insurance company. It's that they simply don't have enough people. It's a small country. So there's not enough doctors to cover every procedure. That's why they come to the United States. It's like, could you imagine if you could only get medical care in California? Because there's only 55 million people in California. That's more than Canada. So the entire size of Canada is really small population-wise, but it's a huge country, right? So yeah, if there's just not enough doctors, so they have to outsource the United States because we have so many more. That's the number of reasons people go together. That's a different story. I was talking about, M. Silverhammer, this is how it works. So first off, the 90% is only after $1 billion. So it'll only affect like 300 people in the whole country. So your taxes remain the same until $10 million. At $10 million, the 10 millionth and $1 is taxed at 60%. Okay. So if you make $10 million in 1 year, the next dollar, RIDESHARE Hub in the house, is taxed at 60%. So $1 to $9,999 is all the same. So if you don't make a $10 million, your taxes don't change at all. It's the same. Once you make $10 million and $1, it's 60%. Then if you get to $50 million, $50 million and $1 is 70%. That's how marginal tax rates work. So the 90% is on the billionth dollar. In 1 year, if you make $1 billion in 1 year, the 1 billionth and $1 will be taxed at 90%. Like 3 people will pay 90% taxes. If you don't make $10 million, your taxes don't change. So what does that do? Why do you do that? For people like Amazon, right? They don't pay federal taxes. But like Bezos takes the money for himself and keeps it. He has like $126 billion. If you tax his profits at 90%, Bezos, instead of paying the 90% tax rate, would reinvest that money into Amazon. Raise wages, buy new things, do more. It's called reinvestment. That's not true at all. You don't think... Like, first off, maybe somebody out there will be like, I am not going to make more than $10 million. That is all I'm going to make. But the guy next to him will make $11 million. Like, basketball players won't stop playing basketball because they have a higher marginal tax rate. It's not going to happen. NFL owners won't stop owning the NFL because they have to pay higher taxes. I guarantee you, if they implement that today, every single owner of every single NFL team will still be an owner of an NFL team. Not one of them will be like, you know what, I'm out. Someone else run this NFL team for me. I can't take the Rams to the Super Bowl anymore. You know, I'm done. The Patriots, it was a fun run, but now there's a higher marginal tax rate. I can't be an NFL owner anymore. So like, that will never happen. Jeff Bezos won't retire from being the CEO of Amazon and the richest person in the world because he pays higher taxes. In no world in the infinite universe of all the worlds in the entire world would Jeff Bezos ever be like 70% marginal tax rate. Well, I don't want to be a billionaire anymore. I can't do it. Somebody else run Amazon for me. That will never happen ever, anywhere, in any country, in any culture, in the whole history of the world. Yes, like Jeff Bezos may be pissed that he only has 110 billion instead of like 190 billion or whatever he has, but he'll still do it. They fight against law enforcement. Trump is literally against the FBI. What are you talking about? We do protect. Stan Blank in the house. I love Cortez. Eric Joaquin in the house. What's up? Thank God Sanders didn't win the presidency. I'm sad. So anyway, guys, I gotta go because my phone is overheating. It's like really hot if you touch it because I've been streaming for too long. I wish California would break away. If California broke away, they would be the 5th largest economy in the world, and it would the U.S. The U.S. would fail. The United States of America could not survive without California. So I wish they would do that. I wouldn't live in Venezuela. I would live in Norway. Norway is the most socialist country in the world, and it has the highest enjoyment rating, meaning the people in Norway are the happiest because of socialism. Every single parent who has a kid gets 6 weeks of paid leave to be with their newborn child. There's universal health care, universal public thing. California has a surplus right now. California is so successful, they don't know what to do with all the money they have. Like, the problem with the new governor is, I have all this money, I don't know how to spend it. So if California left right now, they would have a higher GDP than all but 5 countries in the world today. And the United States would crash. Do you know, for every dollar California pays, they get 70 cents back from the federal government? California, New York, and Texas subsidize every other state. So any state you're in, you better thank your ass for Texas, New York State, and California, because you exist because California exists. Texas exists. New York exists. So no, California is not going broke. They have a surplus. It's like under Bill Clinton in the 1990s. California's taking in more money than they're spending, and they don't know what to do. They don't know if they should cut taxes or have more programs, because they have so much money. But anyway, that's another story. Anyway, my phone's too hot.